Since Heaven's Ward, she's been standing here in the Wolves' Den. They call her disreputable, but even if she has that title, there's one thing that she's definitely done. Given those who have dedicated themselves to PvP the chance to obtain a wide variety of elaborate-looking armor. And while she's definitely done this quite well, and I've been able to get this for one of my characters, for one of the classes, she's not going to be staying here forever. In fact, earlier this week we found out that once the new expansion comes around, she will no longer be here, and she'll be going back from whence she came after all this time. So, with that in mind, greetings people of the world, Matthew back with you here in Overall Autism for another edition of the Tales of Eorzea vlog here on Final Fantasy XIV's Exodus server. So, yeah, we learned that the Garo crossover, which has been around since Heaven's Ward, is going away when patch 5.1 comes around, which will be the first additional patch after the initial main story of Shadowbringers takes place. It was actually quite surprising to hear that this young lady is going away because as far as crossover events are concerned, we have seen, of course, a few that have had a temporary presence, lasted for a few weeks or a month, like with what Final Fantasy XV is doing right now. They're currently going on. They're going to be going around for 6 weeks. And we've seen a few others that have lasted for a few weeks as well. But the one involving Garo has been by far the longest surviving crossover promotion. And the way it had been going, we were all thinking like it was going to be a permanent fixture, like this was something that was not going to go away. And certainly with Monster Hunter World as well, with its crossover promotion, with what it's been doing since last summer, it's certainly not going away anytime soon. There's going to be a lot of opportunity for people to take on the Rathalos trial and try and beat it as much as they can. But yeah, now that we're aware that Garo is going away after patch 5.1 comes around, it definitely makes us all think, like, how long is the Monster Hunter World crossover going to hold? Because it's unlike the Garo crossover, which you don't have to do a challenge as a result of accepting a quest from the disreputable priest behind me. But, of course, with the Monster Hunter World crossover, you do get a trial that is associated with it, where you go to take on Rathalos at the Azim Steppe, and you go and fight, do the trial in order to harvest some scales off of him, and then you trade it in for gear over in Kugane. So, it's, of course, since it's different with the Garo crossover, it's going to be... I don't know if we're going to see like a mad dash back over to PvP for people to pick up gear that they don't currently have, or if people just want to get one set of gear. But, yeah, it also means as well that there's going to be titles associated with this crossover that will no longer be available. And so it's because each of the warrior classes gets their own unique titles for when you get the full set of armor from this young lady. And so once that goes away, you wouldn't be able to get those titles, nor would you be able to get the title that's associated if you get all the PvP gear from her for every single class that it could be obtained for. It's definitely something that I'm surprised, and I know that a lot of other people feel the same, that the Garo crossover is going away, but we know that it certainly has motivated people to get into PvP for sure if they hadn't done it already, because of course there are so many ways you can get involved with that. You can do the front line, you can do the feast, you can do rival wings. There's so many options that you have for doing PvP. So people will definitely... I know that those who are into PvP but might not necessarily have been grinding just for getting the gear off of the young lady here will now have definitely an added incentive to do so. It'll certainly be interesting to see how much this motivates people to parlay in PvP before get the Garo crossover goes away, and we'll see how it all unfolds. But yeah, the time has been set for this young lady to go back home and to leave Eorzea, never to return. So, with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching this edition of the Tales of Eorzea vlog. As always, if you have a character here on Exodus, or are looking to create one on Exodus, and you're interested in joining our free company, we would be more than happy to have you with us. So thank you very much everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, this is Matthew at Navora Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.